Hi everybody, this is Random Fix, and this video is going to be about upgrading your low beam headlights on your Mercedes Sprinter. So this is a VS30, the new body style Mercedes Sprinter, and they started off in 2019, and mine did not come with LED low beam headlights. And I really like the look of the LED lights. I think it's a very clear light. So I want to go ahead and upgrade my low beam. So the low beams are on the outer assembly here. So this is the low beam here, and this is the low beam here. I did go ahead and upgrade the high beams to an LED light, but I was getting an error on the dashboard, and I'll have a link to that video if you guys want to check that out. I do have a whole video on how to go and change out both of the lights with better views. In case you guys want to check that out, I'll include that link as well. But to get access to this low beam, you want to go ahead and just remove the cover back here. So the big cover is going to be for the low beam, and this smaller cover right here is going to be for the high beam. So you might be asking yourself, why go through all this trouble just to change out a headlight that actually already works? Well, from my experience, what I found out is by changing to LEDs versus the halogen headlights, everything lasts longer. The alternator can last longer just because there's a little bit less of a load. The battery's going to do better. And also the plug that goes on to the bottom two connections down here, it won't get brittle and break over time. So the wire is going to be better. So I've also found out when I'm driving at night that the LED headlights are just so much cleaner, and the light dispersed is not yellow, and it's just got a very crisp look to it. So if you have ever driven and your headlights are just getting foggy and you're having a hard time driving, trust me, check out the LEDs. You'll be really happy, especially if you have a troublesome car like a Toyota Prius, the third generation, and some of the Subaru vehicles burn up the harnesses all the time. So these LEDs will make a huge difference, and they're very cool. And most of the times these LEDs will definitely last many years. And in fact, I have not had to replace an LED headlight yet. I have had to replace HID headlights. HID is for high intensity discharge lights, and those have ballasts, and the gas basically weakens over the years. These do not have any of those problems, and they last. Let's check out the low beam halogen headlights before the LED upgrade. So these actually look decent. I'm really excited to try out the LEDs to see how different this is gonna look. And this is the view from inside the car. Hey guys, we're about to go into the engine compartment, so stick with me here. The angles might be funny, but they'll get the job done. Okay, so you see that right there? To get access to this, you're gonna go ahead and remove this connector off here. Okay, now to get the actual bulb out, you want to go ahead and pull straight back. You can do it using your fingers. However, my fingers are apparently not that strong, and what I do is I come back here and I pull straight back on this tab. So tuck that wire to the side. Okay, so we're gonna grab our needle nose pliers, and once you got that terminal in your grip, go ahead and just pull straight back on it, and that's going to allow the halogen headlight to come loose here. And you want to make sure you do not touch the actual bulb itself. I told you guys the angles were going to get weird, but we got the headlight out. The headlight is out. Now we must replace and upgrade, modify. So we have the new AUXITO headlights here, and then the low beam is going to be the H7, and then the color on this is going to be about the 6500K range. So this is going to be a wider light, and if you go to the lower spectrum of the light, it will turn a little bit more amber or yellow. And when you get into the 7000 plus spectrum, you'll start getting the light to almost appear blue. So I like this particular color, as it's really easy to go ahead and make the upgrade and not really irritate other people. And I do want to thank the vendor for sending me this, so I'm looking forward to having this work out, and I'm really crossing my fingers, guys, that this is going to go ahead and work and I don't have to remove and install my original light again. So there we go, guys. We got the H7. That looks cool. This is polarity sensitive, so if you put this light bulb in, unlike your halogen headlight, this will not turn on. So if you put it in and it doesn't turn on, go ahead and grab that little clip that we took off and just turn it around, and you're going to be able to go ahead and get the light to turn on. And before I shove this back in the hole, I'm going to go ahead and just try this out to see if I'm going to go ahead and get an error message on the dash, because if I do, I'm pretty much going to go ahead and call this review a fail, and I may stop the review. This is what I mean by when I said it's polarity sensitive. I put the headlight in, however, it did not turn on, but the low beams are on. So we need to go ahead and just flip the light around and see if it turns on. Okay, guys, so I turned it around and the light is now on. Let me crank the motor to see if I get any error messages. Please work. No more error messages. Oh wow, guys, check that out. Let's try the different modes. No error messages. Now I'm going to go ahead and continue with this installation. So when you're reinstalling this, you want to go ahead and put it in this position like this, and basically have the tab up top and have the terminals going from 3 to 9 o'clock and horizontal, no longer vertical. And this is how it works. Hey guys, so we're going back into the engine compartment again, and what I do is I actually look through the front of the headlight assembly as I'm doing this. So hey guys, I need to go ahead and clarify something. When you're popping them back in, you want to go ahead and have it, the LED, in the 3 and 9 o'clock position with the terminals going side to side instead of up and down like this. You want to go ahead and push it in this way. That's the only way it locks in. Now grab your connector. Alright guys, you guys can see we got the low beam in there and it is working. How cool is that? Let me go ahead and swap out the driver's side here. Oh wow, you can see the huge difference. So this is definitely got a orange or amber tint to it. And on this we can see that the light is a lot wider and a little bit more crisp. I can't wait to try these out at nighttime, which I'll show you guys as well at the end of the video. So we got the passenger and the driver's side done, and the driver's side was a little bit trickier. I had the battery back here. If you don't have an auxiliary battery, yours might be a little bit easier. It was definitely doable and didn't take more than 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep you guys posted. I'm gonna show you guys this vehicle at nighttime, and then I'm not going to post this video for about 5 to 7 days. So just in case I run into an issue where I get an error message again, like the last time it happened on the high beams, I don't mislead anybody because I hate doing that, and I want to keep my reviews always up front, and that way you guys know exactly what you guys are getting. Thank you so much, guys, and stay tuned. Alright, so here is going to be the LEDs at nighttime. And we have no warning lights. So there you guys can see it. The light is nice and accurate. Wow, that is definitely clean. And I'm going to display the lights here on the screen so you guys get to compare the two. But this is definitely a nice crisp line, and it's got a nice spread. It's not too annoying, so if somebody's going to be driving in a lower vehicle. It's not going to be in their face. I'm definitely liking this.